everyone. Welcome back to a beautiful, cold winter morning day. Yes. So you might be asking, but Miss Bruson, why is it that you are outside today? Because it is cold. And I agree with you. But friends, it is such a beautiful day that I couldn't pass the opportunity to come outside. Especially because today's lesson has to do with plants. That's right. So let's go ahead and begin with our lesson right away. And again, welcome back. So that introduction brings us to our first activity. And the first thing that we're going to do this today, right now, is watch a very short video. So let's go ahead and look and watch Farmer Alex. Okay.
My name's Farmer Alex, and I work on a plant nursery. You might have heard of a nursery for baby kids, but a plant nursery is for baby plants. Today, I'm going to show you around my nursery and show you the 4 different kinds of plants: grass, flowers, shrubs, and trees. First, we're going to talk about grass. Grass is something you usually think of growing in your yard, but grass is any plant that has a group of long, narrow stems, like this wiregrass. Next, we're going to talk about flowers. Flowers are the ways that plants attract insects to the pollen. Flowers come in all colors and sizes. They have stems, leaves, roots under the ground, and flowers. This is a shrub. Shrubs are small, woody plants that are shorter than trees but taller than flowers. They're made up of lots and lots of little woody stems with leaves on the end of the stems. Woody stem means the stems are made of wood, like a desk or your table. Our last plant is a tree. Trees have large woody stems called trunks and lots of branches and leaves. And as you can see, in the winter, they lose their leaves. This is a yellow poplar tree. It's about 5 years old, like you guys. These are pine trees that are about 100 years old. My name's Farmer Alex.
Okay, friends, so tell me, what do you think is the topic for today's lesson? Now, you don't have to write anything. I just want you to say out loud, okay? So this is an oral question. Once again, what do you think is the topic of today's lesson? Okay, we'll come back to check to see what answer you have for that very simple question.
My name's Farmer Alex,
No, we're
and I
not going
work
to
on
be
a plant
watching Farmer
nursery.
Alex again. We're just going to go ahead and go to our next slide, and that brings us to the first activity. So, Farmer Alex mentioned 4 different types of plants, right? Can you identify them? Can you label the 4 types of plants that he mentioned? Okay, so once again, the answer that I'm expecting is an oral answer. So no writing, nothing, just oral. So let me go ahead and give you an example of what I mean. Farmer Alex mentioned the shrubs, and that would be right here, the number 1, the shrubs as one of plant type. There you go. Okay, so pause the video, take a few seconds, 1 minute or 2, and see what you can do. Okay, so we are back. You can repeat after me if you want to. Today we are going to practice our oral skills. Okay, so Farmer Alex mentioned the shrubs. He mentioned the trees. He also mentioned the grass. And finally, he mentioned the flowers. Now, do you remember what he said about the flowers? See if you can remember what he said. Yep, he said that flowers attract insects so that they can pollinate the flowers, right? And everybody needs to be pollinated. Okay, so friends, now we are here at our topic. So our topic for today and for the next few days is going to be life cycles. So again, what I need you to do is I need you to pause the video and think about this phrase for just a little bit because I know you have heard this before. Life cycles. And then I would like you to think about this question. What is a life cycle? Okay? So think about that question for a moment and see if you can give me an oral explanation about it. So pause the video, 3-4 minutes, and we'll come back. So were you able to articulate an answer for that question? Okay, well, we're going to be learning about that. But if you said that a life cycle are stages through which something goes through over and over again, then you are totally correct. You see, cycles is just like a circle, it's never ending, okay? Okay, friends, with this, we are going to go ahead and read our clear learning target for today. I can explain the life cycle of plants. Okay, so I'm going to read it one more time and then I would like you to read it. I can explain the life cycle of plants. Beautiful. Okay, so here we go. I went a little bit too far over there. Let me just go ahead and come over here. There you go. So here we have a life cycle, right? And the question is, what cycle do you think this is? So this is an speaking activity, okay? All of this, the next two lessons are going to be also targeting your speaking skills because I want you to practice your oral language, okay? So let me give you a few clues since this is the first lesson of of this batch. Remember that all you need to do is look at the illustration. So what is it that you see over here illustrated in front of you? Okay, so then go back to the question and what cycle do you think this is? Okay, well, if you said the life cycle of a plant, you are totally correct. And again, like I said before, you come over here to the illustration and you look at it, and here we have a tree, right? And if you remember, our clear learning target said that we were going to study life cycle of plants. Isn't that right? Okay, so then, we put one and one together and we get two, and means that the life cycle of a plant. And friends, here is the answer and another question. So what we're going to do first, I want you to repeat the answer with me, okay? Notice that my answers are going to always be in complete sentences. And this again is an oral activity. So just repeat after me. It's right there in front of your screen. This is the life cycle of a plant. Excellent. So let's go ahead and read it one more time, okay? This is the life cycle of a plant. Very nice. Now, my second question for you is, how many stages are in this life cycle? So once again, I want you to go ahead and pause the video. Look at question number 3 again. Think about your answer. Complete sentences, please. And then come back to me. Let's see how you did. So do you have your answer ready? Okay, I'm sure you do. Now, I'm going to go back to what I said before. The illustration is here to help you. So how can I get the answer to this question? Very simple. I'm just going to count. Here we go. Stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four, stage five, stage six. So I go back to my question. How many stages are in this cycle? Aha! If you said that there are 6, you are totally correct, my friend. So here we go. So remember, we're practicing our oral language. That means that I would like to have complete sentences. Let's go ahead and read the answer for question number 2. This cycle has 6 stages. Good? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at question number 3. Which part of this cycle can you eat? Just pause the video for about a couple of minutes and look at your illustration, look at all the possible answers, and then remember it is an oral answer that I'm looking for, okay? Okay, beautiful. So if you said that we can eat the fruit, you are correct. Yes. So that would be the answer. I can eat the fruit from the cycle that I'm looking at. I understand that for some cycles we can eat the flower, for other cycles we can eat the leaves, or the shoots or the seeds. But in this specific cycle that we have over here, we can eat the fruit. Okay, so go back to your illustration, what's in front of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our last question. What comes after the flower? Friends, what comes after the flower? Okay, very, very nice. The fruit comes after the flower. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a little bit of a conclusion here. So remember that this is the life cycle of a plant. This activity is a speaking activity, so I want you to use your oral language to give the answers. I gave you examples, so you can just go ahead and repeat after me if you want to. That's totally okay. We're going to have 2 more of these type of activities posted, so you will have an opportunity to eventually just use your own sentences, okay, without having to me to guide you. Okay, remember to use the illustrations in front of you for the answers and just read it. So if I say, what stage comes before the flower, then you can look at the illustration and you can look right here. So you can identify the flower, and the one before the flower is the adult tree, right? So remember to use the illustration as a tool, because that's what's there for. Okay, friends, I want to thank you for watching the video one more time. I want to thank you for your attention. And I hope that this is helpful to you. Have a wonderful day and see you next time.